2 desktop notifications are on vertical line turn off. Get breaking news alerts from the Washington Post. Turn on desktop notifications. Yes, not now. It looks like you've previously blocked notifications. Please update your browser permissions to allow them. Sections. Sign in username subscribe. Accessibility for screen reader homepage. U.S. and World Vertical Line Regional. Politics. Power Post affix White House courts and law polling monkey cage fact checker Post politics blog opinions. The Post's view toes cartoons tell news animations local opinions global opinions letters to the editor fact for all opinions are local book party compost Eric Wemble 5 myths in theory the plumb line Post everything Post partisan rampage right turn to watch VA conspiracy the missing debate sports Redskins and FLMLB NBA NHL All Mid Sports Soccer Boxing /MMA College Sports College Football College Basketball DC Sports Bog Early Lead Fancy Stats Golf Tennis Fantasy Sports Local DC Maryland Virginia Public Safety Education Obituaries Transportation Weather National Acts of Faith Health and Science National Security Investigations Morning Mix Post Nation True Crime Obituaries World Africa the Americas Asia and Pacific Europe Middle East National Security World Views Checkpoint Business One blog on leadership personal finance digger energy and environment markets on small business world business capital business tech innovations the switch lifestyle arts and entertainment advice Carolyn Hacks food travel wellness magazine home and garden inspired life fashion kids post on parenting reliable source The Intercept Soloish entertainment books comics comic refs going out guide horoscopes movies museums music puzzles and games theater and dance TV restaurants bars and clubs crosswords video world top news entertainment local popular video politics live sports opinions national business technology style photography Insight Washington Post live events live chats real estate rentiles where we live recently sold homes cars jobs classifieds partners Express Parade WP Brand Studio WashingtonPost.com 1996 to 2016 The Washington Post Terms of Service Privacy Policy Submissions and Discussion Policy RSS Terms of Service 80 Choices Share on Facebook Share on Twitter Share on Google+, Share via email Share on LinkedIn Share on Pinterest Share on Tumblr Resize text Print article Comments 0. The Inside Track on Washington Politics. Be the first to know about news stories from Power Post. Sign up to follow, and we'll email you free updates as they're published. You'll receive free email news updates each time a new story is published. You're all set. Sign up. * invalid email address. Got it. Got it. Energy and Environment. 2016's super warm Arctic winter extremely unlikely without climate change, scientists say. The Inside Track on Washington Politics. Be the first to know about news stories from Power Post. Sign up to follow, and we'll email you free updates as they're published. You'll receive free email news updates each time a new story is published. You're all set. Sign up. * invalid email address. Got it. Got it. By Chris Mooney December 28 at 11:47 a.m. Follow Chris Mooney. Reindeers graze on the tundra at sunset in Donetsk Autonomous District, Russia. Sergei Karpukin / Reuters. The Arctic continues to amaze. Hit by a second bout of extremely warm winter temperatures in recent days, the seasonal growth of floating sea ice has flattened out, just as it did when hit by similarly dramatic heat in November. The area of the Arctic Ocean covered by sea ice is currently far smaller than it was in 2012 at this time of year. And while 2012 holds the all-time record for lowest ice extent in September, 2016 has been beating it since mid-October. The current extent of Arctic ice sea is also far smaller than it was at the same time in 2010, which previously held the record for lowest Arctic sea ice extent in late December, according to records from the National Snow and Ice Data Center that date to 1979. Clearly this is abnormal. But how abnormal? The answer is that what has happened this year in the Arctic, and particularly the high Arctic, appears to be not only out of the norm for a stable climate, like the one on Earth before the era of fossil fuels, but also for what you might expect from our supercharged, artificially warmed climate. Such is the upshot of a recently published detection and attribution analysis of November's and December's Arctic warmth by a group of scientists who are not waiting around for the peer review process. They are increasingly releasing these documents in near real time. And they find that it is extremely unlikely that this event would occur in the absence of human-induced climate change. The analysis was conducted by a World Weather Attribution, a consortium of researchers who are perfecting the study of how a changing climate affects local weather conditions, or conditions in a specific place. It came out last week, but the researchers say that in light of another burst of Arctic warmth since, the analysis holds up. If anything, the ensuing temperatures were slightly hotter than they'd expected. We probably slightly underestimated the temperature as a whole for November-December, but not by much, says Andrew King, the researcher at the University of Melbourne who worked on the study. An attribution analysis of this type uses a variety of techniques in order to determine the odds of a particular event occurring with or without human interference in the climate. In this case, the scientists used three methods that all came to the same broad conclusion, King said. One was simply to look how far outside of past temperatures these Arctic temperatures were. But the researchers also used climate change models, including and excluding human-caused greenhouse gas emissions, to try to determine the odds of this event occurring with or without human interference in the climate. The event under study was the Arctic extreme temperatures of this winter, especially around the North Pole, which the researchers describe, in part, as follows. Mid-November saw an early winter heat wave with the temperature on November 11 reaching -7 C19F, that is 15 C27F above normal for the time of year. The monthly mean November temperature was 13 C23F above normal on the pole. Temperatures in this region declined slightly after that but remained well above normal. So how unusual is this? The analysis found that the temperatures above 80 degrees north latitude were unprecedented in the satellite era from 1979 onwards. It also found that these temperatures would be highly unlikely in a climate that is unperturbed by human influences, and that even in our current climate, heavily influenced by humans, they are pretty unexpected. We found that in our natural simulations, those without any human influences, we didn't see Arctic winters as warm as this at all, King said. In our simulations that kind of represent the world of today, including human forcings, it was a roughly 1 in a 200-year event. So it's a very unusual event even in the current climate model simulations. Even including human forcings, it's right at the tail of the distribution. It's an extreme. Since this was a near real-time analysis that was not subjected to peer review, I checked with several outside researchers to get their thoughts on its validity. I find the study very persuasive because they addressed the same question using 3 different approaches and got consistent answers, says Phil Duffy, the president of the Woods Hole Research Center. Noah Defenbaugh is a Stanford climate scientist who performs similar analyses in the attribution of extreme events to climate change. I really admire the World Weather Attribution Group for taking the lead on producing these near real-time rapid analyses using techniques and methods that have been peer-reviewed, he said, and I think that's really important. As for the event itself, Defenbaugh pointed out that the Arctic is responding extremely rapidly to climate change, more rapidly even than scientists had predicted. One interesting thing in looking at the history of the peer-reviewed literature over the last decade and a half is that the climate models have, as a whole, have really been less sensitive, in the Arctic, than what's happened in the real world, he said. But perhaps some of the strongest words came from Mark Saris, who heads the National Snow and Ice Data Center, the top source for information on the state of the Arctic. Sarah said by email that notwithstanding what happened this November and December, what's going on in the Arctic is well outside of the norm and has been for a while. It's worth quoting in full, because it captures well what scientists see as a new normal. This is only the most recent remarkable event that we've seen in the Arctic over the past decade. Last winter saw another impressive heat wave, when in late December, temperatures at the North Pole almost reached the melting point. The seasonal maximum sea extent of last March was the lowest ever seen. Many people thought that we'd never see as little sea ice in the Arctic as we did in September 2007, then along came 2012 which blew that record out of the water. There have been rain-on-snow events in winter, resulting in massive die-offs of reindeer. At some point, One has to admit that the string of remarkable events in the Arctic is more than just a string of unrelated coincidences. Business, energy, environment. Get 2016 Olympics updates by email. Our best news and analysis from Rio, delivered to your inbox. Post_newsletter 333. Magnet Olympics 2016. False. After 3th. False. Please provide a valid email address. Sign up. You're all set. See all newsletters. Business, energy, environment. Orlando shooting updates. News and analysis on the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Post_newsletter 348. Follow Orlando. True. End of article. False. Please provide a valid email address. Sign up. You're all set. See all newsletters. 0 comments. Share on Facebook. Share on Twitter. Tweet. Share via email. Chris Mooney reports on science and the environment. Follow at Chris Mooney. 0 show comments. Discussion policy. 0 comments. Superfan badge. Superfan badge holders consistently post smart, timely comments about Washington area sports and teams. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Culture connoisseur badge. Culture connoisseurs consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on the arts, lifestyle and entertainment. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Fact checker badge. Fact checkers contribute questions, information and facts to the fact checker. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Washingtologist badge. Washingtologists consistently post thought-provoking, timely comments on events, communities, and trends in the Washington area. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Post writer badge. This commenter is a Washington Post editor, reporter or producer. Post forum badge. Post forum members consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on politics, national and international affairs. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Weather watcher badge. Weather watchers consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on climates and forecasts. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. World Watcher badge. World Watchers consistently offer thought-provoking, timely comments on international affairs. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Post contributor badge. This commenter is a Washington Post contributor. Post contributors aren't staff, but may write articles or columns. In some cases, contributors are sources or experts quoted in a story. More about badges. Vertical line. Request a badge. Post recommended. Washington Post reporters or editors recommend this comment for reader post. You must be logged in to report the comment. Sign in here. You must be logged in to recommend the comment. Sign in here. Comments our editors find particularly useful or relevant are displayed in top comments, as are comments by users with these badges. Replies to those posts appear here, as well as posts by staff writers. All comments are posted in the All Comments tab. More about badges. Get a badge. To pause and restart automatic updates, click Live or Paused. If paused, you'll be notified of the number of additional comments that have come in. Comments our editors find particularly useful or relevant are displayed in top comments, as are comments by users with these badges. Replies to those posts appear here, as well as posts by staff writers. Spam offensive. Disagree off topic. Among the criteria for featured comments, likes by users, replies by users, previous history of valuable commenting, and selection by moderators. Facebook, Twitter, Reddit. Stumble upon. Delicious. Most read. 1. The U.S. spends more on healthcare than any other country. Here's what we're buying. 2. From food to fashion to toys, what's expected to sell big in 2017? 3. Note, Mozart did not have 2016's best-selling CD. What really happened is even more surprising. 4. Scientists just ran the numbers on how much Trump could damage the planet. 5. This letter offers a clue into how Trump could try to change American business. Inside Trump revealed. Read stories based on reporting for Trump Revealed, a broad, comprehensive biography of the life of the president-elect. Reporting archive, Trump's financial records, depositions and interview transcripts. Our online games. Play right from this page. Mahjong Dimensions strategy game. Spider solitaire card game. Mahjong candy strategy game. Word wipe word game. Business. Energy environment. Success. Check your inbox for details. Please enter a valid email address. You might also like. Sign up no thanks. See all newsletters. WashingtonPost.com. Copyright 1996 to 2016. The Washington Post. Help and contact us. Terms of service, privacy policy, print products, terms of sale, digital products, terms of sale, submissions and discussion policy, RSS, terms of service, 80 choices. Close video player. Now playing.